Is this it? Is this everybody? We're at four.
Everybody, welcome to the May 13th meeting of the Metroplex Board of Directors. Appreciate everyone being here. A little rainy out there tonight, but we'll get through it. First item on our agenda is approval of the minutes of the April 22nd meeting. May I have a motion? Sharon, second. Brad, any discussion or changes on the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next up, Treasurer's report.
Sorry, I've been traveling the last couple of months, but I'm back. We are in very good shape through April. Our actual is 4,545,562, and we have a variance of 13,000. Tanya's excellent. She did a great job here. We have 10,671,566 in cash and equivalents, and undistributed projects. We have 8,677,49. Our pre-development available balance right now is 259,162. So we are in very good shape.
Motion is secretary report. Sharon, second. Bob, any comments or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Speaking of money, just we just got some terrific news. Yesterday, we had announced the good work of the land bank board and Kristen, who does a spectacular job for us running land bank, announced and 9 new homes going up in the city that the land bank is behind. 8 on Ben Rankin and 1 on Schenectady Street and 1 renovation. So it's a total of 10. And today, just within 24 hours of making that announcement, the Governor Hochul announced a $6.65 million grant to the land bank to continue the Crossmont program. Again, we were one of 3 test communities in the state for the governor's Move in New York program, which uses the latest in modular construction to accelerate the pace of housing development of single family homes. And so this program is now ramping up, and Kristen did a great job of writing the application. And these are competitive grants. We were in a very good position because we were one of the 3 test beds, and we were the first to deliver, get a home built and get it sold and get a family to move in there up on Congress Street, which was a great achievement. And so today, just spectacular news. Outshone my $6 million grant we worked on with Doc and Niskuna. The $4.5 million grant we just got in Scotia. I mean, we are an OPM machine, other people's money. And I look back when I was with the state, the applications we got from Schenectady were not what they should have been, or they didn't come in at all prior to 2004. And we have been very, very successful in bringing federal and state dollars to this community. So I just want to start the meeting by giving Kristen a round of applause. Really great awards. Knocked me off my throne of $6 million for $6.65 million, and just a great thing. And it's not some obtuse program where you never see the results. I mean, it's families moving into homes, nice homes, energy efficient homes, beautiful new properties, and building tax base for the city, because these are going on what had been vacant lots that were mostly city owned.
That's what I was going to ask. We're going to be using these funds to go into some of those city owned lots.
Identify the lots, yeah. So it's in multiple neighborhoods. So
yep.
North Side, Bellevue, Kristen,
North Side, Bellevue, Hamilton Hill, and Mount
Pleasant. Great job.
We have a lot of great housing projects underway too. The Summit project,
yeah,
creating it's all the rage in economic development is the need for housing, and our track record of over 2,900 units in the city, 4,000 countywide, 1,400 affordable units since we really started getting into housing. So we've been leading that, and then Kristen's work is just tremendous.
yay.
Great.
Very excited.
So we start the meeting with some great news. We start our agenda tonight with a very important project. In addition to housing, another focus of economic development these days, and something that has some great support from the governor, is daycare, childcare. And we have a new childcare center going up in this unit that the town is very excited about. I'll ask David to summarize. We have a couple of visuals for you as well.
Yeah, no, thank you. We're looking at 46 Commerce Park Drive, Miskuna Commerce Business Park over there. It's a 2.5 acre parcel that will be subdivided out of a larger parcel. It's being purchased by Niski Childcare Properties LLC. It's an entity that's owned and controlled by the Spraggan partners. So Brooke and Chris, both from the Schenectady Hardware and Electric family, great family company. One of the oldest companies here in Schenectady. They've done a wonderful job developing properties in and around Schenectady. Simone's, which we all love. We had Bashir, the owner of Simone's, in here earlier. They did that Benjamin building, which converted that. They're involved with the St. Clair's redevelopment. And project near and dear to their heart was doing a new daycare center. This will really be a terrific asset for all the companies in and around that area. We need more beds, spots. So I'm thinking of the different things there, more spots. This will
We
increase.
definitely have a daycare desert
Yeah.
in and around the capital region.
We do. This will service a lot of folks here. A lot of our largest employers in this unit, GE Vernova, GE Aerospace, GE Healthcare, E1, Capel. It's be a really convenient location for all them. All in, it's a $2.45 million project. We were looking to provide a pilot based on the 45B exemption, sales tax exemption. As Ray mentioned, this is a project supported by a grant from the governor's office. And this is they're moving dirt and they're ready to go. We all know how important it is at the start of a school year to have your childcare situation ready, and they're committed to having this online next year. So there are
September. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Two actions. The first is the seeker. We reviewed the town of Niskuna's planning commission's environmental review. It was uncoordinated, so we're doing our own here. Unlisted, obviously having daycare on a parcel that was already set with the right utilities is a great use. And then the second action is approving our tax exemptions for the project.
Doc, if we could ask you to make a motion on behalf of this unit.
Moved.
Thank you. Second,
Second.
Aaron, thank you. We have a couple of visuals up on the board just to kind of show you where this is. Hillside Avenue. This is the Niskuna Commerce Park. The red box is the location of the new daycare right across from Unilex Boilers, a company we brought down from Toronto. They have a 67,000 square foot facility right here. Pointer. And do you have a pointer back there? If you don't, it doesn't matter. And then up front is Trelleborg, which is an international company that does some really interesting technology in the transportation and defense sector. They're owned by a company in Europe. Very, very good company. Army Reserve Centers there is a $20 million. On the left is a large building that's used by the Niskuna School District for the bus garage. The tenants of the park are thrilled to have daycare coming there. The bus drivers, the folks at Unilux, the folks at Trelleborg. We also have about 100 acres in the rear of the site that we're still developing. Metroplex built the road and stubbed out the water and sewer years ago. It's one of our efforts to support the growth of business parks in the county. The next slide is a rendering of the new daycare and child care. Very nice modern building. And again, the town has been great. They really expedited the approvals. We're very indebted to Chris and Brooks Farragut. They're just great partners of ours and great Schenectady citizens. And Brooke, this is a passion project for them because Brooke had a child, and like we're in a daycare desert environment. The waiting lists are enormous. It's a crisis. And so the town has been, the supervisor, planning board, all of the folks have been really super helpful in following all the rules and procedures. We're trying to expedite this so we can get this. And as David said, they're turning dirt. The next slide is something we really try to keep talking about with is really this cluster of companies in Niskuna. We labeled it the Niskuna Innovation Center, but Apple, GRD, which is GE Healthcare, GE Aerospace, and GE Vernova. The Momentive headquarters, E1 headquarters, which just expanded, and then the Commerce Park, which we just talked about. This is one of the biggest employment clusters in the capital region. This group of companies employs more people than Global Foundries, and the pay level is higher, much higher. This is really one of the most significant, if not, one or, as significant as the downtown GE campus, Global Foundries, Regeneron. It doesn't get nearly the attention in the press, but it's a very, very significant part of our county and part of the entire capital region technology sector. And of course, the daycare is just so proximate to all these major employers, just hugely important.
So GE R&D, and I apologize, is that 522?
Yes, when
3-4 acres?
Renova, the Balltown Road campus, which is the building, you see the entrance from Balltown Road
Yeah.
here, and that facility, that's, of course, GE Renova is investing $100 million there right now. Their campus alone is 194 acres. But that's part of the larger 522 acres. Apple, of course, is very, very busy and is tremendous number of projects going on there. So this is something as we talk about, folks, and a lot of these people, one of the things we talk about with folks about is a lot of these people live in Glenville. A lot of these people, because you just come over.
We have a bank in R&D center.
Yeah.
We do,
yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know
We have a
that.
branch in here.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. So a lot of these people, and of course, the Rexford Bridge is so much better now. It's about. It's
Best thing they could have done.
yeah. So anyway, it's a great story. We have a motion and a second on the seeker resolution. Doc, go ahead.
One quick thing I want
Please.
to say, and that is that I'm excited about this project primarily because people forget that a daycare center is not only an indicator of growth, it's also a facilitator of growth.
Yes. it is.
And so I'm totally on board. with this.
Thank you. We do want to thank the governor, Empire State Development, competitive grant again, Brook wrote it. We supported it, $500,000 grant. Very meaningful, and came through the Regional Economic Development Council because they're realizing that daycare is very, very important. Just as you just said, you said it better than I could. So we have a motion, a second, and seeker resolution. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And then to adopt a general project plan. All those in favor? Doc, motion. Karen, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next, we move to an interesting parcel on Maxon Road that has really been neglected. It's on the water, and we're excited to move forward with 2 new buildings and a pretty large private sector investment. It's on this site.
In the water, also on the bike path, if you take the bike path from GE campus and everything, you'll go right by this. So this is if you frequent the bike path a lot, you'll notice one section that's always covered with dirt and gravel and everything. That's right in front of this lot. It was 4 vacant contiguous lots. My understanding is that the former bridge used to run right in that area. So the roadway leading over the bridge. But it's 3.5 acres and, one of the prime places for redevelopment. Luigi Palesci with ABD Engineers has acquired the site and used his engineering skills to come up with a plan, working with another developer who is Tim Barber of that group development, prominent developer, construction contractor to redevelop this site. What they're looking to do is they're looking to break it into 2 parcels. Parcel 1 would be for a 6,000 square foot office building with the 2nd floor mezzanine, and that would be ABD Engineers' new headquarters. They're currently on Union Street in downtown. They've outgrown that space. It's more appropriate for their needs. And then parcel 2, the remaining 2.5 acres, would be a 35,000 square foot secured fence and monitored warehousing space to help contractors and other people who need some extra storage space. So it's a great use, and it does also allow for the bike path to be relocated away from the roadway, solving some of those maintenance issues. So we see that as a good thing for both the recreation and then also taking vacant land and putting it back on the tax rolls. So today we're calling for a public hearing based on, we're looking at the project is combined, even though they're going to be two parcels, because it will exceed the $500,000 statutory limit. We need to call for a public hearing and come back in June. Our support is a $95,000 grant. And then there would be a pilot on the parcel that would be the office space, and then sales tax and mortgage tax exemptions.
A motion on this, Karen, second by Sharon. So we have a major business park on Technology Drive in the city. It's kind of out of the way off of Maxon Road. You have the Gazette headquarters. This is a stretch that connects really Niskayuna and the casino. Empire State Trail goes down, connects down to the Alco Heritage Trail at the harbor. It's across some benchmark printing. Mr. Popolizio bought it years ago when he developed the lighthouse, the restaurant, the hotel. The plans to do housing there because of the river view, and never got to it. Did a great job across the river, and then wound up retiring. And he did a wonderful job for the community. And so this parcel's been available. As David said, that the bike trail there is right along Maxon Road. That's a very busy stretch. And it was always full of pebbles and just debris and other things. It's just this kind of a forlorn lot, and it's a high traffic area. It's right near Technology Drive where DSM is, the former Ford Exec. Tokyo Electron is up there. There's a lot of
Thompson.
Yeah, a lot. Thompson and Johnson, we have a lot of major employers there. And when they drive down to Erie Boulevard and Harbor, it just doesn't look the way it should. It just looks unkempt. And so our funding is really principally for that bike path relocation, because you're taking the bike path off of Maxon Road. Sometimes I walk the path from the old DSS on Knott Street down that stretch, and it's hard to even cross Maxon, much less ride your bike for an extended period of long. So this will move the trail where it should be along the river and protect it with a fence. There are some comments in the community that the path is 8 foot, not 10. I mean, the pursuit of the perfect gets you nowhere sometimes. We're doing a good thing here to get the trail off this main road and along the river. And then we get 2 new buildings out of it. Our benefits are going to the office building. The warehouse is exciting. A lot of communities, Glenville's doing it, Rotterdam's doing it. People are using these small warehouses as hatcheries for businesses, as incubators. People come in, take 5,000, grow to 10, grow to 15. They're able to put a small office in. This is a big trend in real estate now, big trend. And this gentleman who's the developer of that project is
He
one of the
does a
leaders.
good job.
He does
a lot of work for my clients.
Yeah, he's a very well established. So it's a nice project, and it creates tax base in the city. And some folks were saying, well, the bike path should be, we're saying we need tax base in the city. We need to take these lots that are vacant, like we're doing with the housing, and put companies there and put investment there. So we're pleased to move this forward, and we think it's a great project in the city. Any other questions or comments? Seeing no follow question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we go to our 5-year capital plan.
Yes, the governance committee made the recommendation just before this, after a thorough review of the plan. As a reminder, the 5-year capital plan is a statutory requirement. We go through what we deem as our capital. So that's our physical infrastructure and properties, and see what we need to make investments in over the next 5 years. We do that with MJ Engineering, who does a thorough assessment of all of our infrastructure, primarily our parking infrastructure, because that's our largest capital investment. Again, the plan is shared here. It includes all of our parking lots where we think we need to do some milling and paving and other improvements over the next 5 years. And then our parking garage, the governance committee discussed the ongoing project that we have, which is making a lot of concrete repairs. Everything is in great condition. We're just making sure that we make those investments so that things are maintained and supported. There's been other technology and security investments that have been made recently in the garage as well. So any questions about the plan now? I have. And that would need to be presented to the county legislature.
Motion on this, Sharon, second by Karen. Want to thank Tess for her help on this, David.
100%. This has been
Great job.
wonderful.
And it's something we're required to do and to look forward. It doesn't bind us to any decisions or investments. Well, of course, we know back to the board. So any other questions on this? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
They opposed? Next, we do a little easement work on J Street.
Yeah, some things you plan and some things you find out you didn't know was there. So 161, 163 J Street, it's the former Pfizer building right on pedestrian J. Turns out that their sewer lateral extends out through the Clinton North parking lot. And you know, you remember the parking lot used to be city owned.
Yeah.
So it was probably thought, well, city infrastructure, you can go right through there. They've had some issues recently that require repairs. They try to make a repair in the street, and it turns out that based on their investigation, that the repair needs to be made in the parking lot. So what we want to do is put an easement in place. It protects all of our interests to which primarily will be to maintain it as parking and make sure that this organization has no liability for anything that needs to be done repair wise. But it will still let us redevelop the property if we want to in the future. But we do want to just put an easement in place that just lays out the expectations by both parties and allows them to maintain this infrastructure in the immediate future. So, this is a transaction for property rights. I reviewed our property disposition policy. It's unusual nature that there's existing infrastructure. So I made the determination that no appraisal was needed. It's well below the value of having to report this to the state. We'd be looking to do a nominal transaction. They would pay for all the costs for the easement. Our attorney would review it, obviously, and allow them to immediately get in there and fix their sewer lateral to maintain what is a nice productive building on pedestrian J.
Motion on this,
So moved.
Aaron, seconded by Brad.
That's for the seeker.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to do a environmental review on that, and then yeah.
Plan.
Yep.
Make a motion.
Thank you.
Seconded by Brad again. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye again.
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Go to a project that we're working on with our partners at DSIC.
Yeah, this is a little bit more exciting than a sewer easement. So this is we really committed to talking and working with our small business community. All of us who come downtown a lot know what a tight knit community it is. They're working together to bring more people to events to make this place even more interesting. Through those ongoing working sessions, it was identified that they want to continue to do a summer concert series. Summer, as people are out of town, our parking infrastructure tends to be a little bit lighter. And we saw an opportunity with the DSIC to create another fun attraction for downtown as part of this concert series. So what I'm asking for your support to do is to amend our DSIC support for additional $25,000. The DSIC would use that funding to make a series of investments in some pickleball nets, cornhole, other things that could be enjoyable for people to come and visit downtown during the summer concert series, which will be on Broadway. It's called Electric City Summerfest. Just a little flyer there. It's being sponsored by a few of those bars and restaurants that are on Broadway, Vice and Virtue, Center Street, and 20 North, among
Where
other
on Broadway
sponsors.
is this gonna be?
They're going to shut down from Union Street all the way to what's that? Lafayette Street, Liberty.
Lafayette goes.
Terrible names with Liberty Street. So that would be Thursday nights. They have some tribute bands. First bands has actually been updated since then. We'll have a Grateful Dead tribute band, Dave Matthews Band, a blues and country, Prince, David Bowie. They're really excited about continuing to grow this tradition.
Put a pickleball.
So we
Just
worked with
curious.
MJ Engineering as part of our assessment because the lot was fully paved last year. It's a nice clean surface. The city, as part of the concert series last year, put up barriers to close off a portion of the lot. And we engineered what would be the space to be able to put out some pickleball nets and some other nice attractions, some seating, so that people can go out, enjoy the space, whether it's during lunch, on the weekends. The bars and restaurants are kind of excited to do maybe some tournaments or something around it. the whole idea here is to make some temporary investments and see what's popular. And as we talk about our next public space, green space attraction, we could take what we learned from this and move forward. The DSIC is going to be making some purchases also that can be used for other events to help sponsor other things, tenting, tables, chairs, with the idea of when our small business community wants to use the outdoors and be interactive in the summer, that the DSIC will have this available for them. So it's a modest investment, and the
Great
businesses
idea.
are very excited about it.
Need a motion, a
That's
second?
so moved.
Second, Brad, thank you. Yeah, I think, I was talking to someone the other day. We were the original sponsors of the Green Market.
Yeah.
We took a chance. I had people from state ag and markets sitting in this table saying it would never work. Sunday markets don't work. It worked. We sometimes try to do different things. We did a nightmare market. There was 3 of them last year, brought thousands of people here.
Another one coming up this week.
Yeah, and another one coming and they won an award from the chamber
Yeah, I mean,
because they've
some
done
of these
such a good
things,
job.
pickleball, these things are very, very popular, and we want to try things out and increase the use of public spaces, and this parking lot's in great shape, and want to move it forward. So appreciate the support. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Thank you. Next, we go to really a parking project. It says the co-op, but that's one of the drivers behind it. But really, it's a major improvement to Lower State Street, which is really a big focus of ours right now. Last day of the summer.
Yeah, so right now what we're looking to do is really start our design work related to creating safe, reliable, well-lit, the standard that we've had for many years in our parking infrastructure on Lower State Street. So there's a series of lots here that are controlled by the different building owners. One is controlled by the city IDA. What we're looking to do is, and we've had communications with these different owners, come into a agreement, kind of like the city hall lot, where the city owns some of it. There's a private entity, we own some of it, and really try to pull together as one lot that can not only assist with the businesses, but it's the residential community that has moved into the Wedgeway, and it really will be the co-op, which will want very high quality, close by parking, so people can go in and enjoy the new retail operation. So 2 things here is, one, the co-op has been working to finalize their construction drawings for the interior location, made some changes, value engineering. We're looking to allocate additional $60,000 to support that as they're moving forward to getting going. And then the rest of the funds is allocated towards a contract for CHA Consulting to take our vision, which we'll see up on the screen, for how this parking put together and put them into drawings that we can put out to bid and we can construct. It would be a major investment by us in parking infrastructure, but we think it's a very valuable one, and one that will just really improve this area, which is, if you go down Liberty Street, there, my street names right, it's a little all over the place. This will really improve it.
I think great, well said, David. We're driving development to Lower State, and the Wedgeway was, a huge hit. Right here, of course, but it's really going to clean up both sides of Liberty, that whole area behind Marty Square, behind the Biz Lab, both sides of the street, the lots behind Burger King. It's just a mismatch back then, it's just a jumble down there now. The other thing is, it's one-way connector. We really want to do some improvements to the break in the street wall in Lower State there. There's a pedestrian cut through, and there to really do something there, like we've done on J Street with lighting and other things. To even do something like we did with the Schenectady wheel, some kind of photo bomb opportunity there.
Yeah.
So it really, and this, what we're doing is we have preliminary concept from CHA Club Harbor, and now to go and get final design so we can go out to bid. and competitively award this, but I'm really excited about this. It's really gonna help drive development, further development down Lower State. And really make it a lot more professional looking and modern looking lighting, fencing, grading, plantings, as David said, to the standards of our parking lot. And complement also what's going on with the Stockade Gateway.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's right close by, correct? I mean, it's
Yeah,
really.
the top corner will be the Stockade Gateway, which they're doing the pavers. There's another historical monument statue that's going to be going in about Elizabeth Gillette, which is a great story for Schenectady. So it's really combining, connecting the Stockade neighborhood to what we've done on the Lower State area.
We don't have the parking assets. State just don't.
Right,
We
yeah.
have them here in this section of downtown. We need them down there. And Scott's done a great job on this. I want to thank Scott, David, working with all the property owners, getting a license agreement in place, moving this forward. We'll come back to you on the contract, issuance and award. We're excited to move this forward, and the co-op's making great progress. And hopefully,
Can I ask you a question? It says one-way connector access to State Street. Is it going to become two ways, or is it going to be one way and then you can only pull in the parking lot?
I really, it's breaking the street wall, right, David?
Yeah,
That's
so you
it.
see, this is parking option one. So this is just
Yeah.
one concept.
I really don't want that to be I really want to do some green space there and something that's, because you've got.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just,
Yeah, no.
I'm not in favor of
Yeah.
having another way to get in. I
Yeah.
mean, I just,
No, I really think that, that area would be well served by some of the street furniture, some of the stuff like we've done on J Street.
yeah,
I think it would really, it was one of our DRI projects and it really broke my heart. It fell out. Other project, that we had to go through a whole vetting process for the DRI. That was a project that we're really excited about. To create some, some street features there, some lighting. And it just didn't make the cut. So it's something that's been on our plans for quite a while. But most of it is just cleaning up the lot and lighting it. But that's.
oh yeah, no, that would be, I just, yeah.
And Gateway's moving right ahead. So any other questions on this? If not, we'll call the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Do we have a motion?
Oh, do we have a motion? No.
I thought I made a motion.
Sharon, second by Sharon.
There we go.
Now you can do all in favor.
Thank you. Any comments from the public? I don't see anybody from the public here. I know people watch us on YouTube and on public access, and we welcome their interest. Anyone comments from the board on any matters? Seeing none, our next meeting is June 10th, so we'll send out an invite tomorrow. Tess, thank you. Tess is doing a great job. Tonya, everyone on the staff is doing a great job. We're really appreciative of David. We had Danielle come and visit. She just had a new baby, a beautiful Eleanor, and she didn't bring Eleanor in yet, but we got really nice pictures, and she's doing great.
When's she coming
And
back?
As soon as we can possibly get her back, we don't. But it's added a lot more work to Tonya and David and everybody, Kristen and Tess, and so we appreciate them helping out and doing even more. So great. We'll see you all in June, if not before, and we'll keep you posted. We send out a lot of updates, and we appreciate your attention to them. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram as well. We're posting stuff there all the time. Great. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.